Hello everyone, my name is Joe and welcome to today's video, where today I'm going to be making another episode of house tutorials. Today I'm going to be making a series of 4x4 houses, so let's get right into it. The first one is a normal wooden house, which is a layered house. So the materials I have in my toolbar are the basic materials and components that we're going to be using in this house. Also the glass panes, but I didn't have enough space. So anyways, let's start by making our frame. And we're gonna raise it by first of all 4 on all sides. Now make another frame, a square going around like this, and going up another 5 log blocks. And making another square just like we did for the other one, again right here. Now we can then put the outline of the front of our A roof right here. And the last step is our stairs, because this house is going to use a stair to go up. So we're gonna raise it up right here. And just to make it, place a normal border out of anything, just to make the logs up, looking up. And this is it for the framing, and let's get to filling first of all our foundation, which is going to be a 4x4 square of cobblestone. And I used a stripped spruce log as my flooring for this one, so making it just go like this. Now that our floor is done, we can now make the walls of our actual house using oak planks. And the same floor design that we did to the other one right here. And add another 2 frames right here because this is a 4-way A roof. Now we can then knock out the space where our windows are going to be, and then we can decorate the frame. We can place stairs, just even everything out. And this is it, so we can now work on our stairs and decorate the frame for it. We can close the front using spruce trapdoors. And place upside down stairs all the way right here. And just for decoration, put it like this and like this. And even though Minecraft doesn't really have physics, although it would be nicer to have like an overhang or something to support the whole stairs. And now we can add the actual stairs, which are going to be oak stairs. And for an extra part of decoration, you can place upside down stairs like this, and make a little platform made out of slabs for where you're going to stand. And this is it for the stairs. We can now decorate our door, which is going to be a normal oak door right here. And we can make it a bit nicer to adding a frame to it. Now adding a frame to a small door is really hard, but I figured out how to do it with just trapdoors. Place two stairs facing each other, and just make a border around it. And now we can then work on the actual roof. So we're going to need cobblestone stairs for the border. So just up on the block right here of oak log, we can make a stair V shape and work our way with the frame just like we do with all our frames. Just this one's going to be four-sided. And this is going to be the frame for our roof, and it looks amazing right now. And then we can fill it in. So normally I do just a little outline for the filling with a darker color of oak, which is spruce, and then fill in the oak stairs. Just gives it a bit more color. And our roof is done. This is basically the house and all of itself, and you can keep up with it just like this. It looks just fine. But you can then move on to the optional decorations that maybe you want or do not want in your house. So first of all, our first optional decoration is lighting up this freaking place. It's so dark. No, that's not what I mean. I mean that the first optional decoration is switching some blocks to the andesite, because it's a similar texture to this and you can really break it up and give it more variety. So you're gonna add just bits of andesite just here and there, scramble them, and with this you could have decorated your you have decorated your own walls with your foundation. It's just going to affect the outside and maybe the inside if you want to make the foundation actual layer. So this is the first part of optional decoration. And the second optional decoration is adding spruce trapdoors over the stairs from when we placed it. So it looks like it's wrapping around the log frame. And this part of the decoration is done. And another thing that you can add a spruce trapdoor line in the middle of your windows, and it looks like it's separating your window up, and meaning that it's like two separate windows from the outside only aesthetic. And since it's not even, you can then add another one facing the same direction so it can be even on both sides. And you can do it for all your windows. And the last bit of decoration, if you're not going to use the basement as an actual layer, you can like open two spaces and place spruce trapdoors all around it, making a frame for it. Breaking the two blocks, and it's raining, and it's back. Breaking the two blocks on the inside, adding water, blocking it from the inside, blocking the two blocks of water on the inside, and it looks like a pipe coming out of the foundation, and it goes in, and you can make a farm out of it. Or you can just water your farms the original way, just placing a block of water somewhere. It's a really neat detail of decorating your farms or watering it. Or if you don't like it, you can just make a farm and break a block and fill it with water. Both of these work. And moving on to the next one is a ruined watchtower. This is a 4x4 house, and it's a ruined theme, which is a house that I've never built before on this channel. And it's got like vines growing all over it and a torn apart flag. So let's get right into it. So this is a tall and stackable building, which is pretty nice, but I think the appropriate height for it to actually look nice. It will look nice on any height, but don't make it too short and don't make it too tall. So I found the appropriate mix between the two is 19 blocks high. So you're gonna build walls. Don't place corners because these will be decorated later on. And build up your walls 19 blocks high. Since you've built up your walls 19 blocks high out of stone bricks, we're gonna punch out the space for our door and bring one of those chiseled stone bricks and replace the corner floor space in all of these. Now we can then bring our stone walls, count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and place a chiseled stone brick, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a chiseled stone brick, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a chiseled stone brick, and do it for every single one. And this is going to be basically most of our watchtower done, and we can then begin by placing stairs, which are going to be the outline of the top of our watchtower. And then bring another line of stone bricks and raise. And this is going to be our watchtower. And from the inside you can replace the floor with spruce stairs, spruce planks. You can just do it like this, but you can add a bit more decoration by making a little bit of an raisin level on the border of the top of the watchtower. And just like this, we have another part of decoration. Since this is going to be a ruined theme watchtower, we can bring mossy stone bricks and cracked stone bricks, and just like we did for the texturizing for the foundation of the first house, we can do it to all of the walls of this build. And bring your mossy stone bricks and do the exact same. And since this is a ruined house, we can make like little holes instead of windows. And we can do this by placing a stair, and the empty corner of the block, which is making a stair, is going to be our windows. And to make the holes leveled, you can either make it like this, so the corner is going to be right here, or like this, so the corner is going to be right here, or like this, so the corner is going to be right here, or like this, so the corner is going to be right here. This is if you want to make a level variation between every hole. And we can have as like bricks. This is made out of bricks, so we can place stairs facing downwards or upwards like this, so it looks like a brick has been pulled out of the build. It gives it that ruined feel, and it's really nice as a neat decoration. And to make it a bit spaced, and if you want it like bigger, you can place a stair like this and another stair like this, so it keeps the corner which is separating it from the stone wall, at the same time making a giant brick has been pulled out of it. And for our last piece of decoration is making it overgrown. So using the leaves, we can make like leaves or vines growing over it. You can break parts of the build, making it like it's breaking the build itself. And if you want to make it a bit textured, you can add a bit of jungle leaves, texturizing it. And we can now decorate the inside by adding floors and all the things. But even though I could have used stairs, which is going to be way better, since this is a ruined theme build, so I used vines going right and left and higgledy-piggledy. And I added string on the borders to make it not grow on other things, and just keep it the way that I've placed it in. Although it's extremely hard to go over these, but you can go on a floor, then on a second, and another floor, and just keep it like this until you reach the top. And we can cover it with spruce slabs. And for our final piece of decoration, the torn down flag. Just make a normal flag and just start breaking blocks everywhere. So you want it to look very torn down, and to make like pieces of the cloth, of what the flag is made in, or wool. We're gonna place strings and place carpets on top of them to make like the carpet or the cloth is being ripped away more with the air or the wind, even though it's pretty normal here. And you can place carpets on top of blocks of wool just to make it leveled. And this is going to be it for the watchtower. Moving on to the next one. So this next one is a weird one actually, but it's a literal cave, just a cave sticking out. It would actually look better if it was incarnated into a hill or a mountain. It would have looked way better. And you can make static mites and a little bit of holes, texturize it. And getting the shape of the actual thing is a bit hard, but we can now begin by building it. So we're going to be making just what we normally make for every 4x4 house, and just make it like round and stuff is sticking out of it. So this does look weird at the end, and you can remove any sharp corners that you see, but not all of them. This is supposed to look as natural as possible. And then we can bring our andesite and texture it. Break a bunch of blocks, just replace them with andesite. And now we can make it a bit smoother, if that's even a word, by adding slabs and stairs to make it a bit more round. And this is basically it. It's pretty much done, and you don't really need to tidy up on the inside because this is a cave and it should look as natural as possible. You can replace the floor with stone and light it up using torches. So knock out blocks, add more inside, just like this, and grab your cobblestone walls and make like static mites going down. This could be made bigger and way better, but this is the smallest design that I could have made. And you can close it off just like this. You can decorate it on the inside, make a path for it. If you're going to be incarnating it into a hill, you can just make it like half the design just from the outside, make it texturized. But this is it for this house, so moving on. On to our next design. I've seen that all of our other houses, like the ruined one and the cave, they've all gray colors, so I want some bright colors to just change the palette a little bit. So I've made a birch house. And could you please stop raining? We're going to start working on it by making the frame. So we're gonna raise it up by 8 blocks. And every 3 blocks make a border. Make the frame for the roof, just like we did to the other one. But this is going to be just 2-sided. Just a normal A-frame. And now we can fill it in with birch planks. Now since we filled it in, we can now punch out the blocks for our windows, which I already did, and filling it in with light gray stained glass paints. No, this is white glass paints. Adding our flooring, which is going to be stone bricks. Adding our doors, and this house I'm going to be adding a balcony. Just a really small one. Now we can start making the outline of our roof using stone brick stairs. And we can now fill it in with birch stairs. And this is it for our birch house. It looks nice. It has a balcony in it. It's very spacious, and you can have up to 3 floors in it. Or how many floors you like, although it's going to be very, very cramped. But anyways, moving on to the next one, which is a modern house. As you can see, the 5 3x3 houses that we made in the last video, go check it out, I recommend it. And as you can see, this has a whole garden with it, and you can make it as big as you want. But anyways, let's start working on it. So making snow walls, raising up to 5 blocks. Or you could use white concrete or any white block you want. And since you've made your snow box, you can close it off the top and make the other decorations for it. So we're gonna knock out these two and make a border for it. Now we can make another box using cyan terracotta and raising it up like this, filling in the blocks right here, and breaking the blocks here, which are basically going to be windows. Break this snow wall and then replace it with cyan terracotta. And for our last box that is going to be making our modern house is going to go right here. And the key to making modern houses is making like a bunch of boxes from different materials overlapping at each other. Since these are the same level, so I made the spruce wood with slabs, so you can see the difference in height, so it looks like it's overlapping. This is the key to making a modern house. Then you can bring your light blue stained glass, and fill in your windows. For our final bit of decoration, making a space like this, and adding another window, which is going to be completing our modern house. This is basically it for this house. You can add an iron door because it looks futuristic and all, and add stone pressure plates as your way of getting in. So you can walk over these and get inside. You can replace the floor with spruce wood or any block of your choice. Add a little plant, make a handmade garden using green concrete and green concrete powder. Making sand, and the clever trick about this one that the water is actually underneath the walls, which is making the sugarcane stand on its own. And since you want it at a certain level and don't want it to go up any higher, you can either place string, carpet, or the futuristic way that I like is placing iron doors. This house is really expensive. And for the border, making just black stained glass panes all around your garden. And this is going to wrap it up for this building tutorial video. And I'm going to thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and at least you got inspired or got a kick out of it. So thank you again guys so much for watching. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.